Hey guys, so I recognize that I missed Tarot Tuesday this week and last week because I had surgery and I was all drugged up last week. It was quite hilarious. I did a video in my coven and they were laughing at Hi Lauren, and I don't even remember videoing it, so that's great. But anyways, let's go ahead and drop in and we'll call it Tarot Thursday today. But I will try to do my best to keep a couple of these like 3 to 5 minute videos to help you guys grow in your tarot practice. And then just a quick update. I teach a lot about this in my coven, which is on my Patreon at the $33 tier called the Wild Hearts Coven. And then I'm about to start opening up for my 2021-2022 apprenticeship. And then in month 5, we do, the whole thing is tarot and oracle. Starting to awaken up our inner oracle. So if you're interested in that, all the details will be up by Samhain. So, okay, let's go ahead and drop in. So what we're going to talk about today is the difference between tarot and oracle cards and how to use them together in a reading and get a really great understanding, okay? So this is more of an intuitive practice versus, like laying down a card and really trying to contemplate. Okay, this is about going with it, like flowing with it, all right? So the first thing that I recommend you do is you light a candle. And once you've had your candle lit, if you want to do a smoke offering or anything like that, the next thing you're going to do is I always take one hand and place it over my heart, the other one over inner altar at the base of the ribs, plant feet on the ground, take an inhale, bring shoulders up to the ears. Close eyes, exhale, let go. Roll shoulders down, spine. 2 more. Let go. 1 more. And exhale, let it go. Open your hands up in a space of reception. This says, I want to receive. And go ahead and call on your ancestors. Most well aligned, please join me. Give me discernment. Your deities, Lakshmi, Isis, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Bridget, please join me. Thank you. And then your higher self. I trust myself. I know myself. I see you. I am you. I think you. And so it is. Okay? If you feel like it's a really important thing that you need to do, you can always call the corners and cast a circle. Okay? I feel pretty good doing this. So that's up to you. Now, the question is, which one first? The chicken or the egg, right? So let's talk about the difference between tarot and oracle really fast, okay? So tarot, this was a Rider-Waite based deck, all right? I typically use Thoth in my professional readings, but I love the Light Seers to teach because it's like my favorite tarot deck out there, which is saying a lot. And it's really affordable. It's really, really affordable. But tarot cards are a deck of 78 cards that represent all of life's challenges, opportunities, life cycles, and it's called the hero's journey. It's very, very similar to what we know as, it's called the fool's journey. It's very similar to what we know as the hero's journey. They're pretty synonymous, actually. So there are 22 trump cards, which yes, I hate that is the word now, but they are the major arcana, and they represent everyday life events, like major things, okay? Then we have 40 court cards, which represent people in our everyday lives. And then we have the remaining cards, 16, 16 court cards, okay? 16 court cards, and then we have 40 numbers cards. And the numbers cards, they function within the elements, which I'll do a different video on that. And they represent everyday life events, okay? Like just what's going on. The numbers represent different things. And then the next layer is the energy of the suit, represents different things. So our suit is, we have fire, air, water, pentacles, which is earth, okay? So I'll go over that at some point. That's pretty advanced. That's typically what I teach in my classes. So if you're interested in that, I am thinking about running a workshop in November or December. So be on the lookout for that. But if you're already wanting to just kind of jump in and you don't want to wait for a workshop and you want ongoing support, I really cannot express how much I think that you should join my coven. It's only $33 a month and you get a lot for it. So go check it out on Patreon. All right, so when we're using our tarot, there are a couple different ways that we can shuffle, all right? This is what we call our casino shuffle, right? Our Vegas shuffle. And so I've taught on this before, so go back to my IG stories where you see Tarot Tuesday and you can watch the first one and that talks about that. There's also the intuitive shuffle, all right, which is where you just cut the deck, all right? And this is my favorite when I'm waiting for a specific message. It's the same thing I taught in the last one. You have to direct the tarot. You have to give it a question. Otherwise, the death card could just fall out. And if you don't know how that applies, it could freak you out, all right? So you direct the tarot. You tell them, all right? And so what we're gonna do is, actually, you know what I wanna do? I wanna start with the oracle because I haven't actually told you the difference between tarot and the oracle. I'm getting ahead of myself. But an oracle deck is different than tarot in the sense that the tarot is very specific to the archetypes. It's pretty similar. It's pretty easy to understand it. Like once you memorize it, it's pretty similar energy in every tarot deck, okay? And that's Rider Waite based. Thoth is the same thing. They're just archetypes. Once you learn and embody the archetypes, you'll start to intuitively feel it, and then you'll get the psychic connection the more and more that you start to embody and allow the archetypes to activate within your DNA, all right? Because we have so many of these symbols in our bloodlines, all right? The next thing is oracle. Now the difference between oracle is usually somewhere between 48 to 52 cards, but it is very specifically geared towards a theme that the creator of the oracle deck made, okay? So what I mean by that is that it's completely focused on, like, you know, this one's about the 7 energies. I love this deck, y'all. I love this deck, Oracle of 7 Energies by Colette Baron Reed. It's like one of my new favorites. It's amazing. But what's cool is that you can use them synonymously, all right? So what I typically do is I will give my oracle deck something to do, and I will tell my oracle, hey, what is behind this specific situation I'm experiencing, or what is, for easy purpose, what is the highest message that I need this week, right? What is the highest message that I need to be shown or receive this week? 2 more shuffles, please. I communicate to my deck. I have a relationship with my deck. Last shuffle, please. And my deck is obviously being controlled by the law of attraction as well as spirit, all right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay down my oracle card. I get a powerful move. Now, of course, I'm going to read my little book and I'm going to see what this is all about. I'm going to let my own consciousness and my own brain connect the dots and notice the first thing that comes up. Oh, this is about my business, right? Or it could be like, this is about my marriage. This could be about a friendship. You're gonna know. Your own awareness is going to communicate to you. You need to pay attention. Then the next thing that I do once I have some sense of awareness, or if I don't know what it's about, okay? Then I take my tarot deck and I say, what is this about, Spirit? Can I have 3 cards to help me understand what this is about? All right, now you could do the same thing with Oracle, so you could do it vice versa. You could start with the tarot card and then use an Oracle deck. I don't usually pull 3 Oracle cards though, I will say. I only pull like usually 1 Oracle card because it could be a lot of conflicting messages, at least to start, okay? Can I have 3 cards to help me understand what is behind a powerful move as my highest message this week, Spirit? Thank you. And sometimes they'll see how they'll just pop out, okay? This is the one that came out the first time. That's funny. It really wants me to see that one. Oh, okay, all right. Now I got more than 3. That's okay, because I asked for an assortment. So I'm just gonna lay these down, and then I'm going to get my Book of Shadows, okay? I'm gonna date it. I'm gonna write down what my questions were. I'm gonna write down the cards, what they meant, and then I'm going to do the application mindfulness work around how I think that is applying to me. And then I'm gonna go one step further, and I'm going to ask myself, what is the one action step that I can take towards this today? Sometimes it looks like surrender, sometimes it looks like physically taking action, but this is how this is how you can grow in your practice. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.